This week on Most Anticipated, we got Mech Strike, we got King in Black, we got Future State, and a whole bunch more. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. And fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you my top 10 most anticipated comic books for February 3rd, 2021. That's right, fans. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week. And like I said earlier, hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. And it's a huge week that week. You know why? It's not because of the comic books, because it is my birthday. That's right, guys. February 2nd is my birthday, and I will be turning 46. Holy crap, I'm getting old. So, guys, at any time, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell. So, without further ado, guys, let's get started with this week's top 10 most anticipated. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is the hot seat book this week. And the hot seat book goes to Avengers Mech Strike issue 1. Now, I don't know what to expect when it comes to Avengers Mech Strike, right? I mean, we've seen Power Rangers. Old people like me know what Voltron is, and it's about a bunch of mechs here running around. You know, your Earth's mightiest heroes are now going to be piloting mechs of themselves. Like, this could be really cool, or it could be really dumb. And I said the same thing in my Marvel Solicit video in my top 10 there, and I'm still going to stick to that. You know, this is probably a neat concept, but it could be really super cheesy, kind of like the Avengers book that's out right now, like the Phoenix Force. So I don't know really what to expect of this. You're going to have to read issue 1 to really get a true feel of it. This book is 28 pages. It is only $4, so at least you're not breaking the bank, and it's at least worth the try. All right, so let's get forward now. Let's move forward and let's talk about the King in Black books that are coming out this particular week. So the first one we're going to be talking about is King in Black Marauders issue 1. So King in Black is now crossing over into the X-Men universe, and we get to see Kitty Pryde do, I guess, battle against the nullified dragons and the nullified heroes and Null himself or whatnot. So we're going to see what this book has to offer here. Obviously, Captain Kate Pryde is the main character. This one is $1 more than usual. It's 44 pages and it's $5. The next one we have is Black Knight. This is King in Black, the Black Knight, issue 1. Now, Symbiote Spider-Man was a King in Black tie-in, and I felt like it was a tie-in to promote the King in Black tie-in. So we have this one here now. We have Dane Whitman, who's making his appearance with the Ebony Blade. Supposedly, the Ebony Blade is a powerful weapon to go against Null, so that's why this character is making his return. So we'll see what happens here. Same thing. This book is 44 pages, and this one is also $5. The next tie-in we have is Return of the Valkyries issue 2. The first issue was okay, as it did tie in, because in the first issue of King in Black, we wound up seeing the Sentry wind up getting killed by Null, right? And so here we get to see Valkyrie kind of take his spirit to Valhalla, and yeah, and that was what's going on there. It was okay issue. I thought it was kind of cool. And then I think you got introduced to another Valkyrie, because we're going to be getting a Valkyries book in the future. So that's why this book kind of exists as well. This one is only 28 pages, and this one is $4. And then the next book, which was really good, I thought, in my opinion, was Gwenom vs. Carnage. This is issue 2. So in the last issue of this, we got introduced to the Carnage of Ghost Spider's Earth, which is Earth 65, and we get to see, now this is a spoiler, just so you guys know, that Mary Jane is the Carnage in this universe, and it's because of the Jackal why Mary Jane has become Carnage in this world. So I thought that was really cool. It's an interesting story, really neat artwork in that one as well. 28 pages, this one is $4. And then, of course, probably the most important tie-in of them all, this one goes to Venom. This is issue 33, where we get to see Eddie Brock at this particular point as he is a codex, and he's going to try to do damage within the world of I don't know, like the underworld of Null or whatnot. I don't even know what to call it. It's like he's dead, but his soul, his codex is there, and he wound up going with Rex, and he's meeting up with Flash Thompson again, which was kind of cool. So anything that he can do to try to turn the tide in this battle, I think Eddie is going to do it. Last issue was really well done. Looking forward to this one. So there are your King in Black books. The Future State books now that we've gone through most of the number ones, they're no longer in a separate category. They're integrated in this countdown, as there's some there I'm just not looking forward to anymore because some of them were just not that good. So kicking off this countdown now with number 10, we have Transformers Beast Wars. This is issue 1. Now, who here, raise your hand, even though I can't see you. You can raise your hand in the comments, though. Actually watched Beast Wars or even know what Beast Wars is, right? Because this is celebrating 25 years of Beast Wars. And so this was like another incarnation of Transformers, right? So instead of Transformers turning into cars and planes and all that stuff, these were Transformers that turned into animals. And this was a CGI type of show. I thought it was awesome back in the day. I think it was on like in 1997, 95. I don't know. I guess 25 years, do my math. It's around there. I thought it was cool. You got the Maximals doing battle against the Predacons. I think this could be a lot of fun. This is 32 pages and this is $6. All right, next, coming in at number 9. This is Star Wars issue 11. I feel like Star Wars is starting to take a drift away from me now. I'm starting to lose interest. They're doing too much of this like galactic battle against this Grand Moff Tarkin apprentice wannabe person. We're on the third part of this story arc, this Operation, I can't talk. Operation Starlight Part 3. There we go. That's what this one is about. And it's about, again, Commander Zara. And this is a new character. Again, she's like the apprentice of Grand Moff Tarkin. And I just kind of don't find myself too interested. I just don't find that there's a lot going on in the actual Star Wars book right now. However, if you want to read a cool Star Wars book, you got to read Darth Vader. Now that's the book to read. So I'm continuing to read it because I feel like this story is really going to progress and going forward. So I'm going to stick with it for right now. This book is 28 pages. This one is $4. All right, next, going on to number 8. And number 8 is a book that was supposed to be released a long time ago, but now it's coming out. And this is ManBat issue 1. I think this is a mini series. And this is about Kirk Langstrom, how he struggled with his monstrous alter ego, ManBat. So I'm curious to see what this story is really going to be about, how they're going to make a mini series, how this character is really going to stand out. The one thing going for it is a pretty badass looking cover, and obviously when it comes to a lot of the Bat family books, and if you're a fan of Batman, it's always going to pique your interest to try something like this out. So I'm curious if you guys are going to try this one out. This one is 32 pages, and this was a $4 book, so it's not $5 or $6. All right, next, coming in at number 7. Now, the last issue of this was a huge spec book, right? It just got so much popularity, and that one went to Star Wars The High Republic issue 1. So now this one is Star Wars High Republic issue 2. I actually read the first issue. I got it a week late. I paid a little bit more for that book, but I do have it, and it's a variant cover, so I'm happy to have it in my collection. But we got to see this new Jedi that winds up, she was an apprentice. She becomes a new Jedi, and they built this space tower for the Jedi, and it looks like we're going to see maybe this Jedi start to falter, or this space station start to falter. It's called the Starlight of Beacon. I thought it was an interesting book. The only character that you really know in this universe is really Yoda. So if there's a good jumping on point, and you don't know that much about Star Wars for whatever reason, or if you don't want to be bogged down by all the other history, just jump on this. And this kicks off everything that happens in Star Wars. So that's how far back it goes. So pretty cool. I'm anxious to see what issue 2 has to offer. 28 pages, $4. All right, next, Coming in at number 6, this is Hellions. This is issue 9, and it's titled, Have You Seen This Mutant? So Mr. Sinister is missing. Will the Hellions be able to put aside their tensions poised to split the team apart long enough to unravel the mystery? On the upside, at least Sinister found his cape. This book tends to be pretty humorous. We got to see a 2-issue story arc about the Hellions right after the Ten of Swords, as they had to find, Granny's missing ship. I thought that was kind of cool. There's a little bit of a divide between the team. We get to see Psylocke really at Sinister's side because he's holding a chip over her head with her son, something that has to do with that. So I thought that was kind of cool. I love this book's artwork, and this book does tend to get better as it goes along. So this one is 28 pages, and this one is $4. All right, so now we're to the top 5. Number 5 goes to Strange Academy. This is issue 8. Here's the description that this one says. Students of Strange Academy go on a perfectly normal field trip to space, uncovering a magical artifact with Rocket and Groot. Perfectly normal. Meanwhile, what is the Ring of Dread? So this book is 28 pages, $4, and I feel like this could be a really fun story arc when it comes to Strange Academy. We got to see the death of Dormammu's son, which is Doyle. I'm pretty sure that was his name. And now we get to see another mission our characters are go on. I feel like the stakes are being raised a little bit in this book. Our characters are getting their feet wet a little bit more, and I like how we are inserting some characters that we know, which is Rocket and Groot, and then they're going to have to go in space. I think this issue could be a lot of fun. All right, next, coming in at number 4. This one goes to The Next Batman. This is issue 3. Now, when it comes to the Batman, The Next Batman, I think the main story is really a lot of fun. I think it's great. I think why I can't give this book like the number 1 most anticipated or even the top 3 is because we have to pay so much money for this book. Because you get The Outsiders Part 2, Arkham Knights Part 2, and you might not care for those books, but you do care for the main story in this book. And this one is a 64-page monster, but you have to pay $8 for it. You know, I've said this before. Give me more story when it comes to the main Batman story, and if you want, just put out a separate anthology book. I get why they're doing this, because it's like, oh, we know that you guys want to buy the Batman book for $8. You know, so it's like it's a business ploy, and I get it, but it's just like you're ripping off your customers, man. Just give us a good Batman story. We don't need all the other nonsense there. So that's why I couldn't put this in the top 3. Whether the Arkham Knight story is good, I didn't like the first part, part of it, and you know, we'll see where it goes, but the main story is a lot of fun. All right, so let's move on to number 3, a good Future State book that I really enjoyed, and this one's not overpriced. This is Future State Wonder Woman issue 2. Yara is back in this particular issue as she has this mission, as she wants to rescue one of her sisters. I love her personality. I thought the artwork was absolutely perfect in that last issue, and this didn't bog you down with some kind of convoluted made-up story of, you know, what happened in the past, that's the future, and this is what's going on, and blah 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 blah. It just put you in the story and said, this is Yara's mission, and this is where we're going to. It didn't give you a story of all these different characters. It was there, and you enjoyed it, you know, and you enjoyed looking at it, and it's not overpriced. It's 32 pages, $4. Sorry, I was rambling on there. I didn't even know what I was saying half the time. Must be that old age, right? All right, next, coming in at number 2, we have The Immortal Hulk. This is issue 43. When it comes to Immortal Hulk, it's probably always going to be on my top 10 most anticipated list. This is such a great book, in my opinion. I know for a lot of people, this book has lost its steam, but what's always been a standout is the horrific feel. I love the artwork in this book. I'm so curious to see where it's going to go after it ends on issue 50. We're going to get the UFOs, which is classic characters in the Hulk title. So this is going to be a lot of fun. This book is 28 pages, and this one is $4. All right, and last but not least, my most anticipated book, for February 3rd, 2021 goes to, and you might be a little bit surprised on this, which is Firepower, issue 8. And the only description this book goes is who or what is the Serpent's Omen. So, and it looks like on the cover here, we have a female that's in a hoodie that has green lit up eyes, and she's holding this sword. Could this be Owen Johnson's wife holding this blade? Is she worthy of this magical blade? I don't know. So this cover provides a lot of mystery. I think this is the beginning of a new story arc. This book has been nothing but awesome, and I feel like it deserves that #1 spot this week because I want everyone to really know about Firepower. I think Robert Kirkman is doing such a great job with Samney on the artwork on here. It's a very grounded book. And it just has that right level of pacing, and it's got great humor, wonderful action, such an awesome read. So if you're not reading Firepower, pick up that first trade and then pick up issue 1. Does that make sense if you haven't read it before? Hopefully you will find it, because when you read that first trade, it gets to know the whole world of Firepower, who Owen Johnson is, and then issue 1 dives into the present. So well done, guys. Check this out if you haven't. Check it out or continue to read it as we go, right? So there you have it. I'm going to start rambling on now. Firepower issue 8. Pick it up. There you have it, guys. There are my top 10 most anticipated comics for the week. I want to know what you guys are looking forward to the most that particular week. And guys, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe, hit the bell, and do all that great stuff. And if you like this content, I'm going to leave you more content right here. I'm going to shut up. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.